Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you both the desktop version as well as the mobile version of the Google Map that I shared with everybody for your specific territory a few months ago. If you remember, about 6 weeks ago in the last sales meeting, I briefly went over both the desktop and the mobile application. And I did promise that I would make a visit out to your branches. Unfortunately, I have not been able to do that yet. So in lieu of a physical visit, please refer back to this video. I will still be scheduling a visit here in the next month, but I am still in the middle of a service project that I'm trying to get through a little bit more of before I schedule those visits. So you'll notice on my screen here, I'm on the main Google page. So if you were just to open up any web browser and go to www.google.com, you should see this window here pop up. It should be somewhat familiar if anybody's ever used Google. If you come up here to the top right of the screen, you'll notice that you have some options here to go into Gmail, Images, but first you need to sign in. So I'm going to go ahead and select Sign In. I have a couple of different Google accounts. This is not the account that is registered to the map that I shared. So what I'm going to have to do is click on the sign in with a different account and then go to add account. So if you have never logged in on your desktop to your Google account, this is the screen that you would see when you click and sign in. If you have logged in with different accounts, you would follow those previous steps. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the address, the username that I have registered for the maps. Now you'll notice I do have a picture here, so this tells me that I'm now signed in. So if you come to your Google page and you already have something that's registered, you may already be logged in, but you want to make sure that it is the account that the map was shared to. So I'm going to come to this funky little box here that states Google Apps. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on Maps. A map will show up. I'm going to come over here to the top left, and these three bars here, I'm going to select on that. I'm going to come down to Your Places. And then from here, you want to select on Maps. Now for me, I created all the individual maps for each territory, so I have multiple here. Unless you are the sales manager or another manager, you should only have just the map that pertains to your territory. So just for visual purposes here, I'm just going to select on one of these. Now this, again, another view will pop up here, and you can select through. I'm just increasing here or decreasing the view. I can select any of the icons and all of the information will pop up here. You'll notice on the left here. And again, as I stated in the sales meeting, this information is in the order that I loaded it in, but you'll notice when you go to use the mobile application that this stuff kind of gets mixed up a little bit. So all is still the same information. It's just not listed chronologically like this is in a neat way. So, but what I do want to do to have some more functionality is actually click on here and to open in My Maps. This will actually give you an added feature to be able to search the actual customers, the names that are on this map. So, and again, as you kind of go to maximize or minimize your view, you'll see little icons. These are the total sales for the previous year of the customer, or I'm sorry, yes, for the total 2015 total sales is listed right there. So, but what I want to do is just come up here and just select into a customer. Let's see, roof. So I'm going to see the roof centers. If I want to list applied, I have no applied, but I have some that may pertain to that listing there. So, but again, You can select on, you can even select on the actual, McCormick, different things that begin with MCC. Let's just say I want to go, I know I'm going to be into a particular area today, and I want to see here this. So while I'm looking at this screen, you can obviously see that this is some type of possibly industrial park or sales. There could be other customers here. So as I look at this one particular customer, they don't give us much sales, but the whole point of this visual and the Google Maps is so you can maybe plan out a day or two to make some cold calls and go to a particular area that, it's probably has a high amount of accounts that maybe we don't currently do business with. So as I'm kind of scrolling around here, trying to plan my days, I can come down and scroll down and see that, this is a main route here. So what other customers are right around here that I may want to try to pop my head in and go see. And as I bring it out again, I can get down into a more populated area. You can also come over here to your base map and change this to a satellite view, which may assist you even further in determining, what the idea here is to definitely go in and pop your head into an existing account, but how many accounts can you go pop your head in that maybe we don't currently do business with? And you guys, your time is pressed. You don't have enough time in the day. So it would make sense to maybe reference this map occasionally or possibly even daily, especially if you're going out to make those cold calls. Because the last thing you want to do is go out to an area where you're not completely certain. Not only do we have a customer that's close, but are there any actual industrial areas out there? So using the satellite view could be very helpful to, again, get down to a particular area that maybe one of our larger accounts are in, such as this area right here. But like I said, now I have the Amazon Fulfillment Center. That's potential business right there, maybe not on material handling side, but do they need safety equipment? Do they need other stuff? You never know. So, but again, in the satellite view, I can kind of see, this is a building here. Nothing is referenced, so we don't have a customer there. There's Berry Plastics. This is the customer, but it's somebody that we don't do a whole lot of business with, so it's not listed on the map itself. There's a couple accounts here. Cintas. So you have the Google Maps helps you, as well as the information that we have loaded here helps as well. So if there's any questions on the actual desktop application, please send an email to Tim Kenny, and we will review separately. Again, I will be trying to schedule the individual or group branch meetings with you guys here in the coming month once I get through this service project. So now I'm going to pop into the actual web application, the mobile application, I'm sorry. So if I'm going to kind of walk you through here, this is my actual device here. So this is my home screen. As you see here, I already have the Google Maps application downloaded onto my phone. If you do not have this application, you do want to go to your iTunes store, the App Store, and download Google Maps first before proceeding on this video. If you need assistance or can't remember your password to download the application, please send an email to Tim Kenny and we will review. So as I continue the video, I'm opening the Google Maps app. I want to come up here to the left, select on that. And as you'll notice, I went to My Places, and you want to scroll all the way down, and now you will see your maps right here. You want to select on your map. That will then populate your actual database, and you can go through and search just as we were on the actual desktop application. Now again, as you select on different customers, you'll notice that on the desktop app, everything was in order. but this, it kind of mixes it up a little bit. But all the information is still there, just like it is on the desktop application. It's just you'll have to kind of look a little harder for that information that maybe you want to actually see. But you still get all the functionality. You can then go and get directions to that particular account or that particular area, still seeing all of your customers, still seeing the same map. This would be good if you're trying to plan again, a good cold call day. If you want to make sure that you're somewhat productive, no one wants to go in and make 10 cold calls in a day and hear 10 no's. So maybe mix in 2 to 4 of existing accounts just to pop your head in, ask if everything's going okay, and then go out and try to make an additional 4 to 6 cold calls within that same general area. A lot of guys that I see are using this successfully. They're actually in the field using this app. So if they're at a particular account and they're not sure what's around them, they are using this to kind of make sure they're going to see an account that maybe they haven't seen in a while. So, but again, there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize this technology to make you more productive and to make sure that the time that's being spent is being spent in a way that will hopefully ensure some type of revenue coming into the company. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to email Tim Kenny, and we will review individually. Thank you.